Yeah, this is Mike here, WG5EEK. Yeah, life is pretty good. Work-wise is still busy as ever, but I've had a little bit of opportunity to at least do some ham radio in my downtime. Actually, I got my first international QSL card today, all the way from Canada, Ontario. So I got a return ready for him to go. Just got to get an international stamp, and apparently for postcards are $1.50 now. So I got to go get some international stamps from the local post office when they opened back up on Tuesday, and so I'll get that in the mail today. So I thought that was cool. I put it on my wall. I got a wall of cards. I think it's fun to display them, something to look at when I'm, in here tinkering around. I get to say, "Oh yeah, I remember I contacted that guy and that guy and that guy." It's pretty cool. But I'll let you drop the repeater for a second for repeaters. All right. So in other news, my GMRS repeater that I have is hopefully getting to go up onto a tower soon. Right now, it's just a garage repeater, which serves okay, gets a few miles because I kind of live in a valley. But here soon, hopefully within a month or so, I'll get to put it up on a TV station tower, which would be nice. Has AC, internet, all that fun stuff. And speaking of GMRS, somebody here is getting their GMRS license finally, so that'll be cool. And maybe they'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But I thought that was a nice segue to get into that. But as far as that, I mean, that's really all I've done with ham radio this week is a little bit of FT8, a little bit of voice, and yeah, POTA. I like to search out people doing POTAs. It's fun being a hunter. Eventually, I'd like to do some activations, but I got to get a good kit together to go to a park. Probably do an in-fed half wave, and then just a battery for my power supply. But yeah, that'll be fun someday. Maybe when it starts cooling off. It's a bit hot here for me, but I'll turn it back to you, Nick. This is WG5EEK. Yeah, you opened your wallet. Yes. Yeah, so what happened was for your ham radio license, it was free and your GMRS was $75. And now they've kind of split the difference. GMRS is now 35 and now your ham radio license is 35. So it it, it is what it is, either it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I think they do change, don't they charge for like vanities now? Like I think if you want to change that, you get a charge as well. So right. Yeah, it's not bad. Mhm. Hey, real quick, Bert's trying to get into the Zoom. There he is. You got it. Okay.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Dan in 6CTR. Hopefully I'm coming through okay. Uh, doing great, Nick. Hope you're doing all right. And you, Mike, and everybody else listening. What I'm tinkering with here is a Yaesu FT101EE. I received it from a friend of mine who got it as part of a bulk sale at an estate sale, a silent key sale. And very dusty, but otherwise very complete and in excellent shape. The CAD plating is excellent. It looks brand new once you blow the dust off. I've actually had it plugged into an antenna. And once I moved switches around a couple times to clear the dust off of the contacts and the switches, it started receiving 20 and 40 just fine. So I'm basically doing a little TLC cleaning switches so that, just to improve receiver performance. The mode switch was kind of cutting in and out. Nick, if you want to drop. This is Dan and 6CTR continuing. I'm basically cleaning switches and everything, cleaning relays, cleaning contacts on the modular PCB setup, which is pretty cool. 80% of the circuitry in this radio just plugs in and out like old school computer chips do, and very, very friendly for the do-it-yourself troubleshooter. So anyway, I'm going to put it all back together and go through the instruction manual on bench testing for the transmitter to make sure it's working properly, and hopefully we'll get it on the air soon. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys, Nick. I'll turn it over back to you, Dan and 6CTR.
Little Mike 6, Echo Tango X-ray.
Well, good evening, Connor, KE6PID.
Where is he supposed to be transmitting from? His vehicle?
Connor and John. And yes. Yes, I'm putting out power and modulation. So you get me? Well, I've never heard Connor in this latest communication, so I don't know. Are you out there, Connor?
I thought he did.
Going good. How are you doing?
M0FXB, this is Kilo November 6 Zulu Foxtrot Mike, wondering if you're on.
I don't know if they know they're in the middle of a net.
What is up? N6EFR. Uh, I've been working so much, I haven't played radio in a while. I actually got on 2 meter this morning, and I got on there with Don and talked for a little bit till I got over the hill over by the raceway, and then just crackled out from there. But other than that, not too much. Just working, working, working. How you guys all been?
Well, I was good until I can't figure out the audio issue with my microphone, but I think I might be able to fix it. And I think it's on the side with OBS, because for whatever reason, every time OBS updates, it completely resets every setting on there. And I'm pretty sure I got it now, but maybe somebody will go in the comments.
You
and
have
see.
audio on YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Frank. All right, perfect. So everything's back and running the way it's supposed to. This is Nick, KN60AL with the 2-meter career anti-net, and we're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
Connor, go.
WCY. Portable.
All right, I got 2 stations there. I got it sounded like Dave, WBY, and then I also just heard the word portable out of the second station. So second station, you were super scratchy. Come on back. Anybody hear that?
Or scratchy.
Portable in San
Scratchy.
Rafael.
It's probably Connor, but he's just not making it. That sounds like Connor's voice.
Yeah.
WCY.
Yeah, it sounds like Connor. Connor, if that's you and you can hear us, we hear you, but not very well. We're going to come back to you. There was another station right behind you, ending in W6Y. That station, come on back.
Yep, KK6WCY Dixon.
All right, I got you that time. How's it going, and how is life in Dixon?
It's not too hot today. It was nice to have a break from that heat. Probably looking at about 75 degrees today, and man, that sure was nice for a change.
Yeah, up here it's been, for a month straight, it's been super hot. I'm in Everett, Washington, and there's people in the group here tonight that are kind of scattered all over the U.S., and it seems like it's been hot everywhere this summer, but I'll take my heat over some of the other guys. I know Mike's been dealing with some humidity there that's pretty intense, and there's nothing worse than being hot and like your shirt sticking to you when you walk outside. But it's good to hear from you. Let me make sure I have your call correctly. It's KK6WC, so Whiskey Charlie Yankee. Is that correct?
KK6WC as in Charlie, Y, yellow.
Perfect. Got you in here. I appreciate you checking in with us from Dixon. Let's move on and see who else we got out there. Anybody else want to check in? Come on in now.
Hello, Mike 6, Echo Tango X-Ray.
KM6 ETX. How's it going tonight?
Yeah, I've been listening to you guys for weeks when I either drop off or pick up my kid at her youth group. So tonight's her one night where she didn't go, and I'm excited to jump in and check in and say hello and let you know my name's Tony. I'm in Redwood City, and just been playing radio all week with, let's see, I ordered that Kenwood VX6 to give 1.25 meters a try, and while checking it out, I noticed they had this really cool stub antenna for all 3 bands. Diamond makes it, so I thought I'd give that a try and see how the 1.25 goes. Outside of that, just having a lot of fun with HF, that 40 meters at about 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't really know what I'm hearing. I think it's probably some station across the pond, some shortwave or something, but it's been a lot of fun getting into HF as well. And KM6 ETX, and back to the net.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you checking in with us, Tony, and it's good to hear that you've listened in a few times. We've been a little bit inconsistent, but we're trying to iron that out and be on a little bit more often. But I don't know if you're using the stubby antenna right now, but you sound great coming in. And I haven't listened to 40 meters first thing in the morning in a while. I don't even know if I could conjure up the time to do that, but if there's anything interesting, I always want to pursue it. So you might find me on there just to find out what it is you're talking about. But cool, I appreciate you checking in with us, Tony. KM6 ETX. Don't be a stranger. We're here typically every other Friday night, and we'd love to hear from you again. So I'll say 7-3, and we will see who else we got on there. Any other stations that want to check in, come on in now. It's Connor. He's the only one that's that persistent.
Wait, did I not get in there?
No,
You were
I didn't
really
hear
quiet,
you.
Frank.
I didn't hear you.
You were super quiet. It was Frank.
Oh,
Okay.
why don't you just come in through YouTube?
Oh, okay, if you want me to. KH6 and LW, you turn that down so it doesn't echo. Yeah, it's good to see you guys tonight. It's been a while, and I'm just waking up and getting ready. That's why I'm sitting here eating breakfast, which consists of orange chicken and pot stickers. Dinner for breakfast. What else is new? Nothing too much going on here. Having fun with HF. Been making tons of FT8 contacts. I've talked to Mike on FT8, what, 2 or 3 times now, Mike? It's been yeah, it's been fun. Voice hasn't been so much because when I'm home, it's the middle of the day and I'm tired and I sleep most of the day. I've been around, but I also have, let's see if I can do this. Make sure it's locked. Yeah, there we go. I also have a new toy, the FTM 500. And I've been having lots of fun with it. I've actually had to send it back for repair to Yaesu already, but that's another story for another time. With that, I'll turn it back to Nick, KN6DAL, KG6, and LW.
Man, you kept it short this time. I was biding time while I was waiting to see where Connor's at, because I don't know if that was him a while back trying to get in, but he's saying yes, he's trying to get in. There's not enough of a break, so we're just gonna call him out. K7CBL. This is KN6DAL. We are leaving a break for you. Come on in. How many Mississippis are we supposed to count? Yep, you're still not making it. If you can reach me in Discord, let me know if you have an HF radio on you. We'll try that.
This Motorola should be able to come in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, hey Connor, I thought that fancy Motorola could do everything. What's going on here, buddy?
Where are you?
It didn't work.
No.
All right, we'll come back to him, see if he gets in a better spot. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. We're all just hanging out, having a good time, looking for check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in and say hi, come on in now.
Wherever he is, Mike, he needs to hold that Motorola up higher.
Dude, he was.
Not high enough.
Well, not stretch arm or stretch long arms. He's just like,
All right, nothing being heard. We're going to take one last call out. We'll see if there's anybody that wants to check in, and then we will turn the repeaters back to normal operation. We'll hang out here for a little bit, maybe turn on an HF radio, see what's going on the lower bands. This is Nick, call signs KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now. All right, want to say a big thanks to everybody that checked in with us tonight. We'll turn the repeaters all back to normal operation. We'll be hanging out here on YouTube for a little while, so if anybody wants to join in, if you join our Discord group, we can get you access to the Zoom chat. So with that, I'll say 7-3, and we will see everybody in 2 weeks. Have a good night. Connor's blaming the repeater.
Yep.
I don't think it's the repeater, buddy.
I want to know where he is, because the only other repeater in the greater San Francisco Bay Area that would do that is way up here in Hopland. So unless he's way up here, I don't know why my blue screen is not
Reversed.
He said the VVR. He said he's line of sight with VVR, but it can't hear him. He's portable in San
Anselmo.
Anselmo.
Oh, and that's where Mitch U1Q used to live. Tell him to turn on encode decode squelch.
Did Mitch move?
He's back and forth between Novato and Valley Springs.
Oh, okay, I don't know where either of those places are. All right.
Novato is north of San Anselmo on 101.
Oh, okay.
It's where 37 and 101 meet on the other side of 37.
Oh, I don't know either of those highways either, so the references just aren't working.
Okay, go to Vallejo, go west on that highway that goes across the marshes, you're in Nevada.
Oh, okay.
Frank,
I don't go to
your camera is-
Vallejo, Frank.
Your camera setup is like freaking me out. Like you
I
got
know.
the face is green screen, and
It's
then
like-
the rest of you is
Like
not. Are
you're
you a
about to
lizard
rob-
person?
You're about to rob
Is that
somebody.
what, are you a lizard person?
Maybe.
Well, let's see here. I think I'm gonna leave. I don't know how long we're gonna be on, but I'll leave. I'm gonna leave the N6 MPX repeater connected, just in case we want to check into their net in a little bit. That's always fun.
Let's see if this works. Stop the video, start the video. Oh, hey, look, that works.
That looks better. It's like your chroma key is off or something.
Yeah, it is.
It is, because usually I have an actual green screen behind me.
Was that like an army camo 10 or something? What is that?
Blackout curtain. It's all blue.
It looks green.
You know, you can change your chrome. I'm hearing myself. Oh, Frank, you have the audio on. Is why. Is it you?
I don't think so.
Not me.
Anyway.
YouTube is muted.
But either way, you can change the color for your background, the represented color, if you want it to match that blue.
Yeah.
And then you can it doesn't have to be green.
Yeah, I literally just hopped in here real quick. I didn't even change settings or anything. I woke up just an hour or so ago. See, there you go, Mike. That's yes, it looks green, but it's
Yeah.
navy-ish blue.
Yeah.
Nice blackout curtains.
I'm gonna see if I can get. I know Marcus was looking.
Now it doesn't even want to pick up the background. Oh well.
I was able to make a voice contact to Slovenia the other day. Like, it was crazy. Like, he was coming in like a little bit, probably like 5/9, and like he said I was hitting him. Same. I was like, it must have been a good path because I'm not running power or anything.
Was that on 20 at all?
Let me look. Logbook. Yeah, it was 20 meters.
Because it was, oh geez, it was back to back for me back on, let me bring up my logbook here. I had a nice direct line of sight of RF propagation into Italy, Czech Republic, and Slovenia, and it was just like 4 stations all back to back. Let's see. Back on the 13th, it was Italy, Slovenia, Italy, Czech Republic, and then Italy, and then like this time of night, and then it just all disappeared.
Oh yeah, this was during the day, and it was well, it was afternoon, but it was on the 29th, so it was just a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's been propagation has been weird. It literally, I was spinning the dial around on the 710, and I heard this Italy Victor station. I went, wait, that's Italy Victor. That's Italy.
Yeah.
And so I tuned it in a little. I landed on the frequency, and sure enough, it was a couple of guys in the north of Italy, and they, just below the Alps, and they were calling CQ back to back. They were neighbors or whatever, and they were just talking to everybody they could. And then I spun the dial a little more, and it was literally that first contact was literally this at 8:40 at night Pacific time on 20.
Awesome. There's a lot of activity right now on 40, but
yeah, there's quite a bit.
Well, 20 died just while we were doing the net for me anyway, but then 40s has picked up.
I'm seeing a lot of activity.
Yeah.
On 40.
Well, there's also the CQ. Oh, geez, I just had it up because I sent it to Hayden earlier this evening. There's a CQ Asia contest going on.
Oh, okay, nice.
So that's probably why.
I usually have those up to look at, but I think I closed that tab.
Let's see. It is the. Okay, I'm just going to reopen this. It's one of the contests out there where you give 5, 9, and then your age.
Gotcha.
Really weird, because Hayden didn't realize what it was at first until I pulled it up for him, and he gave the guy 5, 9. And the guy thought it was 5, 9 and 5, 9, 5, 9, and then age 59. And then he realized what it was once people told him, and once I brought it up for him, he's like, oh well.
Yeah.
It's the 64th All Asian DX contest.
Yeah, I have it listed as the INDEXA Worldwide QSO Party all week. Starting, yeah, let me see. It started a few hours ago. It's all week.
Oh yeah, this is just 48 hours of from the first Saturday of September to 2400 UTC the next day. So from midnight, which was 5 o'clock Pacific time, all the way until 5 o'clock Monday.
What
Pacific time.
What website are you using? I'm contestcalendar.com.
Is it only 40 meters?
Oh no, it's all bands.
Oh, okay.
Posted in the.
Well, not the contesting. Work bands excluded. So 10, 15, 20, 40, and 160, and 80. I'll send it to you guys in Discord. Or wait, I can send it right here.
Put it there. Just put it in YouTube as well.
I think YouTube will kick it out because I don't have mod privileges there. So I put it in the Zoom chat.
I'll copy it and put it. That way, anybody watching later will be able to go back and, what was that about?
Did the chat show up afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, chat shows up.
It's a live replay that happens after every live stream. So you can go back to any live stream you watch or you missed, and you can just live chat, watch the replay. Hey, Marcus.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
How you guys doing?
So let's see this baby. You get the baby home?
Oh,
that's awesome. So cool. What's his name?
Nick Klaus.
Say it again.
Nick Klaus.
Nick Klaus.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You got the Nick part right. That must have been after me. That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's your first baby?
Second.
And how old is your oldest?
She's 6.
6. Okay. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you tired?
No.
How's mama?
She's doing better.
Good.
Yeah. She pretty tired. It's a big adjustment again.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
No more babies in our future. We're done.
No?
No. Three kids is enough. Our hands are full.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
When are we gonna see some little Franks?
No. No. You do not want little Franks running around the world.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, Marcus said it. You think this Frank's bad enough? Imagine little Franks. Just imagine that, Nick, and then rethink what you just said.
We got to have something to compare ourselves to, Frank.
No, not for me.
I don't know, man. Kids can make you like just change your total outlook on life, man. It's a life
100%.
game changer, man. So
Well, I guess in some ways I have. How do I approach this? I have kids, but I don't have kids.
Let's save that
Like,
conversation.
did you like were you stationed in Vietnam or something?
No, no,
Was it on those different train rides you go on? The
no,
different stations?
no. Let's put it this way. The 3 other family members I have in this family are, well, they're not kids, but they might as well be them because they act like them.
Gotcha. Maturity level.
Yeah, maturity, mentality, the whole 9 yards.
SWA6 PEP testing.
Testing.
Is that the other? Is that the other net?
Put the mic closer, talk louder, gave you 6 GPA.
Yeah, that's the
Okay, Mark, I'll try to do that.
San Mateo.
Thanks for reminding me.
Put the mic closer, talk louder.
I mean, that's usually the main issue. People are like, oh, I need a bigger antenna. I need it. And like, no, just move it closer to your face.
Yeah.
But what they do is they'll sit out here like this. You need to be up on the mic like this.
Where they're like their cell phone. They're like, hey, I'm trying to look at it. And there's like
Right?
way out here, It's like, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they're, especially on their HTs, they want to look at the screen while they're transmitting. Like, no, you don't need to look at the screen.
Yep. That'd be a good YouTube video, like have a demonstration of how you sound versus where your radio is, That'd be a good thing to do.
Can we get
I'll
an
race you to
update?
it.
Can we get an update, Dan? Are we close to putting power to this thing, or where are we at?
Oh no, not tonight.
No.
Not tonight.
Come on.
but
plug it straight
I'm
in.
hoping for this week.
Okay.
That's how Nick and oh my gosh, what's his name again? Nick and Chris told me just power it up. If it happens, it happens.
Just put power
Oh.
to it. Yeah. Oh, when you had that old radio, yeah. Just plug it in. See what
The
happens.
same one.
Horrible advice.
Just let all the magic white smoke out.
No, you invest in a
Oh.
Variac.
Well, then you whenever you take the components out, you smell them like, yep, that one's good. That one's good. Whoa, now I know which one I got to replace.
Yeah. Yeah. Why just use
look
your
for the ones with black charge spots.
Why just use your eyes to see if it's good? You can use your sense of smell, your sense of hearing, everything.
Sense of taste, even.
Yeah.
You can even get close to it, see if your fingers are tingling from the
Yeah.
600 volts coming off of it.
Hey, Bert, don't you have one of these at home?
Yeah, I have a. What is it? It's before the B, so it's not a. It's like not even named yet. Doesn't have a letter on it.
You've got
So
an
it's like
original
a-
one.
It's like the second half of the first gen or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But it doesn't have like I think my what's it called? My transistors on the back blew. So now I don't have I won't have like DC power. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
could do it just regular through AC.
So you know what
But
the
yeah,
problem is.
yeah.
It just needs to be rectified.
When I changed one of the boards that's just behind the transformer, I was trying to replace what did I was replacing? I don't know what I was replacing, but something must have soldered to something wrong. When I turned it on, it went a whole trace just went zero, done. I was like, whoa.
Ouch.
So I just stuck a wire, I jump a wire from one to the other, and it's like, okay, it kind of works, but afraid of it now.
Sure.
But I mean, but the tubes all glow, and but I haven't like fully tested to see if it transmits. It's the only thing I haven't done. But like I've listened to it, and it sounds great, and you could hear like all the different things when you twist the knobs and all this and that. It's like trying to get it clearer and clearer. Trying to mess with that whole, I don't even know what those other knobs are that do stuff. It's
Yeah,
like, all right, I think I'm doing this right. Like
You're bringing back a
knobs are on the left side of it.
You're bringing back a memory for me. So I remember the first time that I ever messed with an HF radio was at Rob KM6YKX's house. He lives up in Auburn, and I went over to his house, and he's like, "Man, come up here, just spin the dial and check it out." I was just I just had a technician license at the time, and he let me go play around on HF and kind of roll through the bands, and he was on a I think it was an ICOM 735 or something like that. I forget what it was, but it was this old radio, and it was just so cool to tune in and hear people from super far away, and that kind of gave me the itch to go get my General and get my own radio and stuff.
Absolutely.
Nice. Does yours, Dan? Does yours have filters on it?
It has a CW filter, and you can has a clarifier, so you can bend the receiver frequency by like I think it's 300 kilohertz or some 30 kilohertz. I forget, but the only thing it doesn't have is the speech processor. It's the EE model, so it's the economy model.
Yeah, I don't think mine even had that in there. I think that only came out in the E's only, and then mine has when I got mine from Chris, it has an AM filter and a AM. I think it has a CW filter. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
But, but it's got this weird switch in the back, and it looks like it's like somebody just hacked it in there. It's like, I don't know what this switch is for, but it's like, I think it controls the fan only.
Flip it, see what happens.
Okay, so yours has a cooling fan too?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the cooling fan's supposed to be kind of rare. But what's also nice is the unit has the ability to switch the tube heaters on and off for the transmitter circuit. So if you're operating field day and you're just receiving, figuring out where you want to be, you can cut the heaters and save some battery.
Yeah.
Kind of neat. But, yeah.
And he took it all apart, huh?
Yeah, well, it's pretty awesome because the the boards here, they literally just slide into these green sockets. I don't know if you can see them on the screen. And there's usually just a place to screw it down, but it's modular effectively. It's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a far cry from home-built Heathkit radios. I'll tell you that much. The Japanese really know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. like I did replace the it's like this C13 or whatever it is. It's like kind of like right under your hand, under your left hand right there. It's like under that panel, and there's like capacitors that are like where the slots are, right by your left hand right now. But it's
Oh,
on the
dividers?
underside of it.
Oh.
No, it's where your right hand is right now.
Uh-huh.
Right under that metal part in there. There's like capacitors that usually go out that I keep reading about, and but they're under there. It's like hard. It was hard to get in there and solder stuff in there.
It's on the bottom side of the radio?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
under that plate. It's under that plate.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just did a cursory glance, and the electrolytic isn't swollen or anything, so I kind of want to put it on the dummy load and see what happens before I start just, you know, arbitrarily checking stuff. But I imagine the cathode resistors might have drifted out of spec. And what's cool is it had original 6J SC tubes in it, and you can't even get these anymore. You usually have to put in a different version. I think it's like I don't know, but and it requires switching out mica capacitors in the high voltage circuit and coming up with a new neutralization process. So it's kind of cool that it has original equipment in it.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're any good, we'll find out. So, Nick, what prompted you to get GMRS? Just because, or do you have a specific application for it?
No, so I was kind of telling Mike the story. So I've wanted to do it for a while, and you know how you get involved in these things that you're planning on doing, and then you like don't do it, and then you think about it, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do that, and then you don't do it. Well, that's been going on forever, and I just decided one day I was going to do it, and then I got on, and the FCC website was down, and that's happened to me like literally 3 or 4 times trying to go get this license. And so I ended up getting in the other day, and I was like, yep, I'm just gonna pay for it and do it. Well, what made me think about it was a guy approached me and asked me if I would put on just kind of like an introduction to communication for a group of his friends that do kind of like they're just kind of like a home networking like emergency type of group, right? And they said, you know, the one thing that they lack is any understanding of communication. And then he asked me what that would look like if I was to put on like some kind of just sort of informative little get together for him. And so we kind of walked through that, and I said, you know, honestly, if it was something that they just wanted to quickly get into communication and have some sort of range, because you know anybody can go buy a couple Midland walkie-talkies and you know you got about a mile and a half and you're done, right? Well,
right.
And a lot of that comes down to design. They're cheap. You can't change the antennas on them. You don't have a way to use repeater systems, that kind of thing. And so I said, if they all just went out and got GMRS license, then they could start utilizing repeaters in the area and kind of practice mid-range communication. You know, that kind of 30 to 50 mile mark with ease. And he's like, yes, that's what I want. And so I decided that in order for me to be ready to put on that class, I should just go get my GMRS license so that I had it ready to go and I could walk them through the steps of getting it and kind of talk about the benefits. And I mean, these are people that, you know, they don't know really anything beyond I can hook up a radio and talk.
QST, all amateurs, both members and guests. This is the
you guys want to check into that,
Amateur
Matt,
Radio
or
Club Net
are you
that
good?
meets each Friday evening at 2100
We'll just turn it
local
down.
time. The name
But
here
yeah,
is Dave, Whiskey Alpha.
so that made me think like, hey, maybe I should do it just so that I'm prepared to show them the ropes on that, and maybe it'll push them into getting a ham radio license once they learn the benefits of going further. But again, that barrier to entry for ham radio is just enough to stop people. You know, they don't want to put any effort into it, and so
with a positive
your
offset
GMRS
and a
license is
BL
kind of the
100.
next best thing.
After check-ins, we'll announce the trivia question, and then
I've got a
call you
couple
all
friends
back
on
in the same
Facebook
or
that I
approximately
post a
check.
project or something, and it's something stupid, and they're like, "Oh man, I love what you do with the ham stuff," and I'm like, "Dude, Nisha Amateur Club, Ham Cram, you just got to show up, dude, and devote 8 hours to it."
Yeah.
And after that,
But it's getting them to take.
then the amateur radio news
Now,
line will
I have a
follow.
question about that, because I've never been involved in that. Is there any way that, or do any of you know a connection to that group that would be willing to maybe send me the information, or like maybe the itinerary that they use to go by? On how they cram that in, because I think I could find a group of people that could use that I could help them in a weekend do it.
Isn't that what is it? His calls KD6 WKY? Is that who does it? Something like that.
Okay.
Or is that information they're not willing to give out? I don't know.
Hold on. I can.
Okay, if the people checking into the net tonight don't notice a different sound in the tail end of the repeater here, is because
I
an
would love to get my
AllStar
hands
node
on like
activated, I
on
believe.
the information
So
that they use to teach
you need
that.
to let the mic
because
drop,
I could see myself teaching
and then let it
a class like
cycle
that.
through the
I
node,
would volunteer my time
and then
to do that.
you can transmit. So
Jerry's
no
part of
quickie.
ADR.
Isn't
That is all.
Justin's the president now over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Don, thank you.
Justin
I'm
and
not quite sure
Greg
I
Court.
understand it. Is there something I should watch out
Greg
for
Court, okay.
here when we're
There
when
were
we're
two of
operating?
them that and Chris, what's his name, up on the hill in Benicia.
I believe
them
it
are
is,
on,
once
are
you're
part
done
of the
transmitting, all listeners need to listen to who's
And so
talking.
has anybody been
Listen
through
for the
that
repeater to
program?
drop in the tone to
Dan,
make
you
the
did?
click
I have.
noise or the chime.
Or you did?
Yeah.
Okay,
then,
and so
you know,
what
not
was
raise
the
check in all
dynamic
at
like?
once
So
or
do you
say
sit
something.
down and are they just feeding you information, or do they have like a booklet they go through, or?
It's literally a packet of
Really
every
about it,
possible question
and
in the question pool with the
I'm not
multiple
home right
choice
now,
answers
so-
provided.
But I do know that the
And
two-meter crew
you
and
just
thing
read
net
the
was running,
question
so
and you
most
read
of
the
their
correct
members are
answer, and it's
listening
divvied
abroad
up into
and
one
will probably be
or
checking in
done
later.
sessions. There's also coffee and pastries available, and then there's a 1 hour lunch break. And
Okay,
literally,
so I
you
guess
take the test right
we got to
after.
be careful about keying up too
You're
soon after
basically,
somebody lets go of their mic. We
like,
don't want to key
and,
up
you know,
right
the
away.
paper that we get,
Give it a second or so,
and all
right?
you're doing is highlighting the answer. So that's what you're kind of learning, is the highlighting of the answer.
That is correct.
You go out
Yeah.
throughout the whole book doing that.
Okay.
And
So
they- and it
very
kinda- they
similar
kinda
to
go-
Okay, thanks, Don.
hamstudy.org,
Appreciate that. I'll try to remember that.
except for like on
Okay,
paper.
very good. All
And they have
right,
somebody
let's
up
see.
there,
Any other announcements out there?
Going through the questions, I think. There's a screen up there, remember that, and then, but I don't know if that person's just like reading off the answer.
All right,
questions.
let's see.
The screen was
none,
just
we'll
a
go ahead
PowerPoint
and,
presentation
start the,
outlining the syllabus basically
check-ins
and how the day's going to
using
go.
call suffix.
And what information you need, like your
Alpha
FRN
through
number and
kilo,
stuff.
all
But
having
the
a
questions
call
and
suffix of
highlighting,
alpha
like
through
Chris said,
kilo.
are all
Please
basically
come now.
in front of you on paper.
Okay. So no like
Okay, 8DLL.
no instructor or like tutorial
Don, we
really,
got
like
checked in for sure.
it's sort of self done.
DLL is in the log. Any others?
After the introduction with
Alpha
the
through kilo.
PowerPoint, yes. And then you dictate when we're starting, when we're stopping, and this is lunch. Back to studying. Now we're taking the test. You just structure it for everybody.
Okay, it might have been a double there. I'm not sure, or it might be that little.
Yeah, and
thing
the
that Don
idea
was
is
talking
not
about.
to learn
But I did get you,
anything.
Mark.
It is to
JB6
short-term
JPA.
memory.
We got you
Because
checked
the
in.
multiple choice,
Thanks
I
for
mean,
being there.
it reads word for
Was
word
there
what's
another
going to be on the
check-in?
test.
Alpha
So you
through
literally
kilo.
it's something, I don't want to call it photographic, but that's kind of what it is. You just have to memorize the keyword and the A, B, C,
Aaron
and
in
D
Redwood
you're
City.
supposed to choose.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then they
And-
also provide pamphlets and stuff on getting on the mic for the first time afterwards, so you're not just like dropping them.
All
until you
right,
get their
I've got
license,
the
right?
Aaron. KM6HYX is in the log.
You know,
Appreciate you being there.
so I have a couple
Any
thoughts
others?
on
Alpha
that
through kilo.
style of learning to some degree. So there's you're going to get people that are complete naysayers on just studying the answers and passing the test, right? That's not the big thing for me. Like, the thing that I liked about hamstudy.org is I learned a lot from going through those questions, because with each question, you can click on the corner, and I did it with almost every one of them. You click on the corner of it, and it literally gives you all the information as to why that answer is the right answer, and that was valuable, whether it be an equation or a citing out of the rules or something. It gave you the information, and so I learned a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have learned just going through it that way. Now, if you're just like trying to short-term memorize the answers and test it all at one time, my fear is that
India Delta is in the log.
you may pass,
Thanks for being
but
there,
you're
John. Any others,
totally
Lima through Kilo.
you have
Or
no
Lima
idea where
through
to
Zulu,
start.
rather.
That happens.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt,
That's why there's documentation on joining the club or
Yeah.
73's everybody, thank you.
they really try to hold your hand at least to get a HT in your hand and get join the net for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have tips
Yeah.
there.
And it appeals to people that might not have a primary objective of
Alpha
learning
Hotel
radio
6
so much
Sierra,
as
we got to check
it
in. Thanks
supports
a bunch,
something else like Jeepers
Tip.
are really popular.
Any others,
at the hand crank,
Lima
because
through
they just
Zulu.
want something more reliable than CB. Half of them on the trail don't even have their call sign memorized, but
Right.
puts people in the hobby.
Yeah.
All right, any
Nick, on
visitors or
YouTube,
guests
you
would like to
have
join up with
your
us this evening?
radio audio still piped through.
I have it what?
Piped through, because I'm hearing the mad scientist on YouTube.
I do. Do
Okay.
people not want to hear it?
Nothing heard?
The two
I
people
don't know.
watching?
Get ready for the trivia
I didn't know if you knew that.
Let's take a vote. You're one of them.
One of them's me.
Okay. I can't even
I
get
just
the
got-
people in Zoom to watch YouTube.
This past Monday evening,
Let me
this
go
happened
give
to
it a
be
like
our
real
monthly
quick.
club meeting.
Yeah.
Well, I saw
But it
Andy
just
Kelly in the
also
chat
happened
there.
to be the
It's good to
60th
see him in there.
anniversary
Yeah,
of
he
Martin
comes on
Luther
quite a
King
bit.
Jr.'s
He's all over
I
YouTube.
Have a Dream speech.
I swear Andy
I turned
never
it off,
sleeps.
so it's not feeding anymore.
Okay. I swear Andy never sleeps at all.
I muted you because your YouTube volume is whenever anybody talks, you can double hear it through my speaker. Frank.
My YouTube volume?
Yeah, you had YouTube on in the background and I could hear myself.
That's going into my other ear here. So this
Oh,
ear
great. I
is-
lost a
There was
viewer.
an
Thanks,
echo
Frank.
for a while.
It still shows 2 viewers on my side. Okay.
It's
But
funny.
no, the wired side is Zoom. The wireless side is YouTube. So I don't know how any YouTube audio would be coming through.
You have
'cause
a very
YouTube's on my phone.
strange
There
way
was
of
an
going
echo
about
for a
getting
while.
on here. Yeah.
It's all through RF.
The wires. He's got a wireless headphone in one ear and a wired
Mhm.
headphone in the other ear.
Well,
That's
one so I can,
interesting.
one for
That's-
YouTube on my phone, and then one for Zoom. That way it all works out.
Does the delay doesn't drive you insane?
No, because I have my volume at like 2. Let's see if I can do this.
His
My volume
delay in
is like-
video is driving me insane.
My volume's like this high, so it's just a little tickle in my ear.
What?
Do we need a
Dan's
ham
like-
radio ASMR channel now? Frank?
Oh man, you guys are a hoot.
Any plans for this long weekend? I'm just gonna chill.
Work. What's a weekend?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a weekend
exactly.
is Friday and Saturday and Sun. Well, this weekend's gonna be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So
I work all day
Taking
tomorrow and
the-
then Sunday. We got a bunch of church stuff in the morning, and then I might be helping my mom move some stuff. So my mom, she lived down here, sold her house, and bought a house on this island up in the San Juans. Well, she bought a property, and then she had a house built on it, and so it just got done. She just got the keys and everything, and she's slowly moving stuff up there. But it's on you have to take a ferry to get to this island, and it's a little county ferry that holds like 25 cars, so it's super small. and it goes across this little channel, and that's the only way to get things on and off the island. And so it's like kind of remote, and she really likes it, but she can't move everything herself. So I've been helping her move stuff as I can to get her moved up there, but it's kind of far away. It's an hour and a half to get just to the ferry.
Oh, wow.
Then, like, you know, you got to wait in the ferry line, and then you get over, and then you got to come back, and sometimes you got to wait for 2 ferries to get off the island and get back down. So it's an all-day adventure when you go up to the San Juans to see her.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds real fun.
I take my 3 kids to the Monterey Aquarium.
That'll
Because
be fun.
the 16-year-old she's turning 16 tomorrow. The twins are turning 13 on the 14th,
Nice.
right? And then my birthday was just last Tuesday.
Happy belated
Happy
birthday.
birthday, man.
Thanks.
How old are you?
Big 5'2".
Whoa. It's so funny. You don't look that old. You look like younger than me. I'm wasting away.
Oh yeah. I remember my first job up here in San Francisco. I was at this place and I was already like 27 or something like that. And then somebody asked how old I was, and they took a guess, and they're like, I guess 22, but I'm really thinking 18 still. I was like, what?
That's funny.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Oh, so in that testing at the Benicia Club, so later on I found out, I was like, I remember looking behind me in the seats or whatever, and I see Kellen. I remember Kellen now, that he was there picking his general then.
Oh,
Because
well, I
we
was
were in
sitting right next to him.
same last. Oh, you were?